जय जगजननी माँ
जननी जय जगजननी
Brothers and sisters, a special welcome to all of you on behalf of all of us at Bhuvaneswar Mandir. I hope your stay so far was good. Everybody was okay? Yeah? Comfortable? Alright. We like to make sure that everybody's happy in this organization, because if you're not happy, I don't think anybody would come. So feel free to always tell us what we can do better, because we're here to serve all of you, each and every one of us here. So we've just done this beautiful puja to Mother Durga, and I'm sure that all of you would have been full of devotion and love. The other day someone asked me the question, what is the goal of puja? Why should I do puja to the Lord? Is it because she expects me to give coconut and lime and all and thing this what we give? My dear brothers and sisters, Mother doesn't need anything from us. Let us make it abundantly clear. She does not need a thing from us. As a matter of fact, many people may do puja, but they miss the boat. How? You can have everything under the sun, but if you don't have that devotion in your heart for Mother, as we saw last night, as we saw various instances where God is only pleased when that unconditional love comes forth. Why do we use the palm leaf? Why do we use the palm leaf in worship? Many people know. It is because it is the only leaf that is in the shape of a heart. In puja, there's no other leaf. You can look at any other leaf we use, there's no other. And where do we place the palm leaf? Underneath the murti. Why? Because we're saying in unspoken words that this leaf represents the unconditional love that I've enveloped all of what I have to give you in. So it is with unconditional love that we offer these offerings to Universal Mother for blessings. And what is the biggest blessing that we can get? Peace of mind. And when you finally get that peace of mind after smelling the nice agarbatti, as soon as you walk in here, I'm sure you smell agarbatti and not curry. But the curry smell is nice too. We like curry. So. But when you come closer to the altar, what do you start to smell? Agarbatti. When Lakshmiji did her puja today with her daughter very wonderfully, I'm sure when she put her hands in the flowers, in the soft flowers, what did she feel? She felt peace in doing that as well. When she heard the chantings of the prayers and the puja mantras and all of that, she felt peace in the mind. So you see that when you do puja, all of your senses are occupied. That is the reason. And when the senses, like sight, seeing the beautiful murtis, the beautiful flowers, you feel at peace. You smell the beautiful agarbatti, the beautiful flowers, you feel at peace. You hear the chanting, you feel at peace. You taste the parsad, you feel at peace, my dear brothers and sisters. You touch the flowers, you feel at peace. So the whole gamut of worship is not usually for the Universal Mother. This is the biggest misconception. As I said before, she has everything. But what she doesn't have is the peace that we're trying to find to offer back to her. And the only way we can do that is by offering out our negative qualities. And what does the lime represent when you break that coconut, right? What does the lime represent when you slice that lime and you offer the coconut and the supari and everything else that's hot? That's very difficult to break. You ever tried to cut that supari or break it? It's very difficult. Not many people can do it. That represents the destruction of our animalistic tendencies. Now here's a point that I want to make tonight. Many people think that Balidan means offering an animal. If you truly read the Sanskrit, and here's where study of the scripture and learning Sanskrit is very important. And I told you that's why my dad made me go to India. He said, don't you become a pandit without reading the scriptures properly and studying in India. I said, why? He said, you'll know. And it's only until I went that I realized that if I didn't study, I would be just an average Joe just trying to navigate very loosely the translations of the text. But when you can read the Sanskrit language, you begin to know, my dear brothers and sisters. And I recommend anybody who's a pandit, anybody who's aspiring to be a pandit. Now we have a lot of young guys being pandits, it's cool. But what I don't see is the study to become a pandit. You have to study to become a doctor. Just because me daddy a doctor doesn't mean I can become a doctor. I'm not wearing a stethoscope when my father's a doctor. I have to study myself or else I can't be a doctor. So this, my dear brothers and sisters, the seriousness of the translation of the text means that we're able to see what these offerings really mean. Now, a long time ago, generations, maybe 2-3 generations ago, because you can't blame our ancestors. They came from India with just their Ramayana, their Durga Saptashati, and all the scriptures that they could fetch in their bag, and they didn't really have anybody to teach them. You can't blame them. But now we have the world of information. If you can't go to India, you can study from someone online, but it's not the same. But when you begin to read that Sanskrit, my dear brothers and sisters, and you realize what Balidan means, when they would have sacrificed animals, that's not what it means. What it means when you truly read the Sanskrit and understand it is not a sacrifice of a goat, not a sacrifice of an animal. My dear brothers and sisters, it's a sacrifice of your animalistic tendencies. You think mother want goat? You think she want all the things that people, all them what do outside? Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita says very emphatically, again, study comes into play. In the Bhagavad Gita it says, anyone who offers any tamasic ingredient, which means taking another being's life for sacrifice, those people worship the demons, not God. And they disguise the demons as God. It's not me saying that. You know what? I'm not only saying it to you, but when I went to Guyana for those 51 sessions, when I went from east to west, the whole country, I preached this same message, and many people's eyes opened up. They're like, you know what? That makes sense. Why are we offering animals? We should offer the animal within us. The kama, the krodha, the lobha, the moha, the matmatsarya, selfishness, anger, greed, attachment, false pride, and jealousy. Those are the 6 animalistic tendencies that if you offer to mother in the form of lime and coconut and breaking those, you will be deemed a saint. And where does saintliness live? Saintliness is not a mark on your body. You know, people wear orange clothes and they parade around. The Swami is cool. But here's the thing. My Swamiji who taught me in India, you know what he said? The longer the beard, suspect them. Suspect them. The more orange the clothes, suspect them. Because as soon as somebody with orange clothes and long beard walking this body here, I'll be quick for loading their foot. Quick for loading their foot. My dear brothers and sisters, the external is the body, but what are the qualities that they possess? That's what you bow to. The orange clothes represents absence of the animalistic tendencies, selfishness, anger, greed, attachment, false pride, and jealousy. And if they're absent of those, bow to their foot. See, this is Hinduism, my dear brothers and sisters. And thank God I had a father like mine. The man said, you better go to India. Don't ride my last name. Now he tell me, don't. I said, what did you say? I don't understand what you're saying. He said, don't ride my last name. Don't write my last name if I'm a Pandit. I could have very well been Arun Gossai, son of Sri Prakash Gossai ji, and just become a Pandit just like that. But the man said, do it right. And now, years later, I understand why. Because the scriptures are so loosely translated that we begin, my dear brothers and sisters, to be followers. Pitra Paksh also, it's another one. Pitra Paksh is a time that is the most auspicious, believe it or not. But we've been brainwashed for generations. Oh God, Pitra Paksh time, you can't go outside your house jumping and eat you. You can't do puja, lock up the man there. Play dominoes and cards. But dear brothers and sisters, Hare, when are we going to snap out of it? And it just takes someone to wake somebody up. This is Mother Durga. If at all we're going to pray to Mother Durga, we have to begin to think about the logics of spirituality. Pitra Paksh is the time that Durga Ma loves the most. You know why? Because she is the dispatcher of all the souls in the world for a divine purpose. And it said during those 2 weeks, the gateway to heaven is open so that they can visit their loved ones. And when you do your puja, you're not only doing your puja for the devtas, but you're doing pujas for the pitris, and they can sit next to you and partake. So look how beautiful this is, my dear brothers and sisters. And this is all in the Bhagavad Gita, it's all in the scriptures. So in this way, offering those animalistic tendencies, that is the way. Now, speaking of animals, we saw that in the Bharyata of Bhagavan Shankara, there were all types of goblins, of demons, of all sorts of creatures that we would have frowned upon and said, oh, it's disgusting. But Bhagavan Shankara, the ultimate being, does not judge. He is the life in all creatures and all things, no matter what they look like. Mother Durga is the governess of their minds. And when they're closest to him, my dear brothers and sisters, she smiles. But the only way where we can be close to Lord Shiva or Jagarambe Durga is if those 6 enemies are destroyed. Those are the real zombie in our life. If there ever be a zombie, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Matmatsarya, selfishness, anger, greed, attachment, false pride, and jealousy. Now, my dear brothers and sisters, the Bharyat is coming closer now to the place where Mother Parvati is waiting for her beloved Shiva. What was the scene of the house of Himachal Maharaj, the mountain king, the father of Parvati? Oh, प्रथम ही गिरी बहुगे संभारे जता जोग जहतः सब छाए. The Mountain King prepared for all of his guests. You know, wedding is not easy. Right, Rich? Rich does a lot of weddings. He plays good tasa. As a matter of fact, every wedding that I go to, he's there. And I always like meeting my brother. He's always a pleasant person to be around. So thank you, brother, for being here these 2 nights as well. And in the weddings that we go to, we see the glitz. Isn't that true? We see the glamour. We see the preparation. It's not easy, my dear brothers and sisters. You can easily spend $100,000 on a wedding nowadays. I'd rather invest that in a house or something, but easily you can put that in a wedding, my dear friends. But, my dear brothers and sisters, here we go. The Mountain King had a number of guest chambers. You know Airbnb? He rented 100 Airbnbs. The Mountain King had a number of Airbnbs, guest chambers, tastefully decorated. Not only did he rent them, but he tastefully decorated all of them. He contributed to the economy of the mountain. It's not? If you don't believe me, it's right here. Pratama hi giri bahu griha sambhare jata joga jaha tah sab chahe. They were all so beautifully decorated by him, each occupying a chamber according to his degree. The splendor of the city that he created for his daughter's wedding was so captivating. He left no stone unturned. Even Brahma's architectural skill seemed incompetent compared to all of this. At a glance of the city, it was so beautiful, my dear brothers and sisters, with groves, with gardens, with wells, with rivers, more lovely than any word can tell. Every house was decorated with triumphal arches, flags, buntings. Men and women of the city were so lovely and accomplished in their own purposes. It was a place of purpose. They dedicated their lives to the mountain. They dedicated their lives to Shaila Putri, the daughter of the mountain. Can any city be described as so beautiful when the Universal Mother has incarnated there? Prosperity and success, wealth and happiness were ever the increase in that place. Wherever Mother Durga is, my dear brothers and sisters, Jaha yaad karo Bhagwan wahi, Ganga mein nahi, Jamuna mein nahi, Kutiyon mein nahi, Kundiyon mein nahi.
याद करो भगवान वही याद करो भगवान वही
Ganga mein nahi, Jamuna mein nahi, Mahalo mein nahi, Kutiyon mein nahi.
याद करो भगवान वही याद करो भगवान
रिद्धि सिद्धि संपत्ति सुख नित्य नूतन अधिकार. Wherever she is remembered, my dear brothers and sisters, there becomes that place full of wealth. There becomes a place full of happiness. There becomes a place full of peace, my dear friends. Now let me ask you a question. Do you think it's a physical location? Do you think this is a physical happening, my dear friends? Who thinks it's a physical place? It is a mental state. Wherever you remember her, can there be trouble in your life? The other day somebody came to me and said, Acharya ji, I'm going through so much problem. That is the theme of the Kali Yuga. Problem, problem, problem. Everybody who can pick up the phone and call any spiritual leader is open book time, open book. Acharya ji, I have a grasshopper in my house. Open the book for me. True story, Aja was 100 years old, Aja. My Aja, 100-year-old man, somebody called me and said, Aja man, open book for me. The man said, what happened to you now, Betty? I got a grasshopper in my house, Aja. I'll help me, the man, open the book, what I mean? And then not only that, one man lassie watch. Bring, Aja pick up. Yes, Betty, how can I help you? Aja, me last me watch, open book. Let me tell me what I watched there, man. My dear brothers and sisters, don't you see? There's no book. There's no book, my dear brothers and sisters. You think somebody can tell you where you last your watch? Astrology is okay. I'll tell you, some people have the gift. Some people can read your face and tell you where you've been in your last life. But let me tell you something carefully. That gift is very rare. There are people who can take your hand and read it, and they'll never take a dime from you. And they do it to help you because God has given that gift to them. But what do we see everywhere we go on Liberty Avenue? Baba. Baba on 111th Street, Liberty Avenue, Baba there wait for you. And when you go to Baba, buddy, you have to blow on 5,000 and he before you get any answer. I told you the story about Guyana, right? And this is applicable to what we're talking about here. This lady was so desperate, her husband used to torment she bad, and the man finally did. So the lady happy, oh God, this man God, happy. Torment she till from the day one till the end. And she been pray that this day come for she. Anyway, so the lady said, oh, this man I didn't make live my life happy now. Anyway, 1 day passed, 2 days passed, she happy. Day 3, she start dream the man now. The man come and she dream. Now, my dear brothers and sisters, here the Janjati, you know. This lady now, the man done torment she physically. Now in she dream every night you torment she the same way. The lady can't sleep. Now here what happened, the lady calls somebody from Guyana, from Windsor Forest. From Windsor Forest, West Coast. Called somebody in New York. She must see Google Pandit. Just Google the word Pandit, you can see 200 to show. Anyway, the man answered the phone and said, how can I help you? Well, you see, this is the story. She told the whole story. The man said, I got you. I got the solution you need. Get one Coke's bottle. You know Coke's? Your little Pepsi, like? You don't get any, you get a nice Coke bottle, like glass one. Make sure the thing is glass, you know, he said. Drink out the Cokes, number one. And he said, good, we drink them out. Now, the thing empty? Yes. Alright, I'm gonna chant something now. And when we chant this thing here, that spirit that is haunting you in your dreams, he got trapped in the bottle. So the man chant the jantar mantar, and sometimes we don't know what pandit to chant, they chant. They didn't study, but they chant. Now this is not to knock any party. You be the judge of that when you see the world with the way it's operating, with all this lucrativeness and all this charge and price list for puja. I don't have a price. My dear brothers and sisters, my father doesn't have a price. You know why? Because he studied the scripture when it said Yoga Kshemam Bahamyaham. And I'm training all these brahmacharis at Bhuvaneshwar Mandir to have the same mentality that when you do noble work, your Lord will provide for you. You don't have to fight up and have priceless. You will get as much as you need to live. Anyway, so the man chanted Jantar Mantar. He said, close him up now, close up the battle now. Get him. The lady said, you know, when you're a little excited, the lady, West Coast wins the fire, she excited now. She closed up the valve. The man said, go drive now, drive to the sea. Don't see wild now, drive. Lady, get it, she can't drive. She said, no, me, why you pelt the bottle as far as the poor lady can't throw anything. She pelt up the foul right there. But the lady drive away. You see, she drive back to her house. The first night, she sleep good. You know why? Because in her mind, she had gotten rid of him. Placebo. Placebo means this. I can take a sugar pill, and if I tell you to cure cancer and I'm an authority, you will have the psychology to cure yourself. That is placebo. Anyway, 1 night passed good, 2 night passed good. By the third night, the same story. Bling, call back pandit. Guess what? Bandit na pick up phone. And guess what was the worst part? $5,000 done wire to he and he can. But hey, brothers and sisters, be careful who you trust in this world. Not everybody who calls himself a pundit, not everybody who calls themselves a spiritual leader is out for your purpose. I always say, if you run into somebody with a price list, that is red flag number one. We have to be intelligent. And I'm not only saying it to you, it's on Facebook Live, and I don't care who looks at it, because this is the fact. And I spoke this same message in Guyana, you know why? To open all of their eyes. And you know what all of them came up to me and said? About approximately 8,000 people we met in 51 sessions. One session had 2,000 people, Hampton Court, a scribble. And you know what they came up to me and said, each and every one of them? Bandit, they call me Bandit. Bandit, I'm glad you said that. Because I had these doubts, but I don't want to say nothing. So my dear brothers and sisters, this is spirituality. This is progress. And if we're about to make this progress and make our minds in such a way where we're going to remember her, all of the demons, all of the zombie, what is zombie? Calm, growth, low, both, but selfishness, anger, greed, attachment, false pride, jealousy, all of them will vanish and you will sleep at night like a baby. Why is it that we can't sleep nighttime? We can't sleep nighttime. Again, going back to the book story, we called upon it. You don't know why you can't sleep. Only you will know. And you have to begin to stop. S-T-O-P. When you run into a problem, S. Analyze how serious it is. Is it this serious that I should not, that I should lose sleep and get anxiety and depression? Acharya, me toast born anxiety, depression. Oh, toast born. It could have been worse. There are many people in this world who are going through tremendous anxiety and depression for valid reasons. S is analyze how serious. T, think how you got yourself in the problem. Don't call this one and that one asking for books. You think about your life. Ask how you got yourself there. O means options. There are always options and a way out. P, when you find the option, when you consult a guru, when you consult a therapist, when you consult a teacher, whoever you choose to go to, there are many people who can help you. P, start planning your way out. And once you can live in this way, my dear brothers and sisters, nobody can go after you for what you have. Because we live in a society where when they see lucrativeness all around, people go after that disguised. It's a true story. So in our lives, Mother Durga is saying, you don't need any of them. You come to me, speak to me with your problems. Jaha yaad karo Bhagavan vahi. Wherever I am remembered, she's saying to you tonight, I will help you with your problems. Hanumanji holds the mountain in his hand. How many of us know what that mountain represents? Oh, Sanjeevani herb. It's good, that's good. But what is the philosophy of the mountain? It is saying that I am the one who's going to carry your problems away if you have faith in me. The other day somebody said, Acharya, me take me house get zombie. I said, good, man, I come. I said, play Hanuman Chalisa in your house. And I want you to learn a line every day. The person said, I've never sing it in my life. I said, you can start now. You want the zombie gun? Yes, I'll do anything. Play and chant yourself the Hanuman Chalisa. Do you know after 1 month, they learned it and there was no more zombie? The zombie was in their head because they did no pujas in their house. They did no spiritual sadhanas, no chanting of Hanuman Chalisa. What do you think is going to grow in the process? You tell me. Zombie. And guess where the zombie live? Not outside. Right here. So my dear brothers and sisters, this is the situation. The city was vibrant. The city was full of love. The city was full of happiness. Why? Because it was where Mother Durga was. And wherever the city is that she is, my dear friends, wherever the mind be that she is, she will continue to bring wealth and happiness to you no matter what your situation is. Now, Lord Shiva's coming closer. What took place? Nagar Nikata, the word Nikata means nearby. Nagar means the city where Parvati was. The bike of Grotrigyal. Nagar Nikata, Barat. Barat means Baryat. Suni Ai. When the father, when the mother, when all them people who rent all the Airbnb, when they hear who are come, when the news of the bridegroom's Bhagavan Shankara's procession came close at hand, there was a big stir in the city. There was chatters amongst the people. They were excited. They were jubilant, my dear brothers and sisters. Imagine if somebody famous walking here, everybody be like, oh my lord, look who come, they got whisper, they got so, look who are they. So just like that was going on in that specific city. Adorning themselves and decorating their carriages and cars of various kinds, the party of welfare, of welcome, proceeded in advance to receive the bridal procession with due honor. Here Harishi Surasena Nihari. They rejoiced to see all of the immortals with Bhagavan Shankara, and yet more when they saw Bhagavan Vishnu come. All the people saw Vishnu, Chaturbhuja, so beautiful, so handsome was the Lord Vishnu Hari. But when they saw Bhagavan Shankara, they all fell in love with him. The good people did. But you know, even in the best of gatherings, there are people who don't like good people. When they saw Lord Shiva, those people, and when they saw his retinue, his Baryat follow him, they became scared and they ran away, my dear brothers and sisters. Now, my dear brothers and sisters, we see a very interesting situation where the friends of Parvati Ma, now Mother Parvati's mother's name is, anybody know? Maina. When Maina's friends, in the Parchan, right? When we're going back to the Parchan part of the wedding ceremony, she get like 5-6 people, she cousin, she says, see it all in for Parchan. Maybe sometimes a Parchan, one good hour. And poor Rich got to stand up in a hot sun and play tassel. So 1 hour in a Parchan. Now Maina didn't have 5 people. She had thousands of people ready to partake the wonderful Dulha. But when the couple of them who weren't of sane mind and full of anger, jealousy and hatred, when they saw Lord Shiva, they reported to Maina. I want to know what they said? Who here wants to know what they told her? Raise your hand. Would you like to know? Raise your hand. You want to continue reading? Raise your hand. Come back tomorrow night. Take a seat. Sorry. But there was news brought to Maina, the mother of Parvati. Remember, Maina's very happy. She's happy she got married. But with this news now, she smiled, turned into a frown quick. What was the news and how did she react? We will see tomorrow. But hey, brothers and sisters, we conclude with this very beautiful bhajan dedicated to Universal Mother here tonight. And it's a beautiful bhajan of power, of empowerment. A wonderful, wonderful mother in our lives. So as I said before, will bring about empowerment and blessings into the city of the mind. And when that happens, we all will sing this. Ambe tere shakti ka koi par na paya. Oh Ma, no one can ever estimate the extent of your power when you're remembered. Nobody can give the answers, it is said in this song, but only you are the one that can give me my destination. Anyone coming to your doors receive happiness and is relieved of any pain. Guruji always used to say, Sri Prakash Gossai, cut out the middleman. Don't trust anybody with information. You go straight to your Lord. What makes you think you can't connect to God? What makes you think you need somebody to connect you to God? You go straight to Hanuman, talk to them, cry with Hanumanji, and you will see the answers and relief will come. The same power is in Universal Mother. Om Teri Shakti Ka Koi Par Na Paya. Ambe Teri Shakti Ka Koi Par Na Paya. Teri Shakti Ka Koi Par Na Paya. Khushiyan lekar loka kar se lekar bulaya. Mata ki. So thank you, my dear brothers and sisters, for coming out tonight. I'm sure you enjoyed as much as we did, and I hope and pray that you continue to come and be a part of this celebration. Every day that you come, I should tell you, many of you came since day one, but even if you didn't, you came just yesterday and you're continuing, you'll start to feel a resurgence of energy within you because you're in the right place, I think. Full of energy, full of divine vibrations. And once this energy peaks, when that comes in that 9th day when Sri Ram would have descended so that we can ascend in life, your life will never be the same, never be different. Will never be the same. It will seem like things have been different in your life from that day. And when that day comes, only you will be able to tell. So in this way, we'd like to thank you, and I hope you were, recipient of the information that was given. Now, don't go home and say, Acharya, that's not what I did. What I did was, I carefully drew a contrast. Okay, like in any picture, there has to be black and white, so that we can see what to associate with and what not to associate with. Not all pandits are bad. I applaud all the pandits, as a matter of fact. They could have been doing much worse things, but they're helping people. Albeit they get a little priceless and thing, and zombie call and other things. But at the end of the day, we have to educate ourselves so that we start to realize that all we really needed all along was to go directly to her. You think she can't understand English? You think Mother Parvati can't understand Spanish? You think she can't understand Russian? The other day, a Russian brother came to me. The man said, I cannot talk to your God. I said, why? I don't know Hindi. I said, you don't need Hindi, pagal. You just need to go in front of her and speak your language. She is the goddess of all languages. She knows everything. She created the language. He said, really? And he went in front of the Universal Mother and he started speaking to her, and he reported me a month later. It always happens a month for some reason, like full moon to full moon. And you know what he said? The answers came. The answers came. His mind was so pure that the answers came. But if we're full of selfishness, anger, greed, attachment, false pride, and jealousy, call the man for open the book. Call the man for open the book. So, my dear brothers and sisters, we have to be on the alert. There's no book with answers. We have the answer. And Mother will inspire you to find that answer. Don't be a victim. This is the messages of Navraatri. So, my dear brothers and sisters, it is 8:54, and at this point of time, I think we have one donation. We have two donations. One is from Lakshmi. Lakshmi sat down